welcome Christian Metal Group. I am here with Casta C. My name is Jimmy Sarles with the Christian Metal Group, and we have
What's
Jay
up?
Goodwin.
Yes, right. Hey, y'all.
Well, so Casta C, we have Kelly and David's not here, right?
No.
Yeah, Dave's not here. He's our bass player. He's not here.
Here in
All right.
spirit.
And so Brandon, tell us, just kick us off here. Did you grow up in a religious home?
Yeah, we all grew up always believing about Jesus. Didn't go to church every Sunday, but we would still go to vacation Bible school and whatnot in the summer. And then when I was 11 is when I gave my life to the Lord and was saved. And
Yeah.
I've been reading the Bible and praying since then.
Oh, that's awesome, man. All right, and Kelly?
Yeah, started going to church with my grandma at 5. My mom and dad ended up going. We were one of those families that went a lot on Sunday, Wednesday night, had the church events. Then we quit going. Got in the military, still just all throughout my whole life has always been just connecting with a God. Maybe not just with the Bible and church, but just getting out and experiencing the world and understanding. So, my eyes are a little more open. I guess I'm not just stuck in where I was, raised at.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. So did you all grow up in a musical home?
I did not. I was the first one of the family to pick up an instrument. So, started out in elementary school with saxophone, and then through high school, saxophone, regular alto, and then I moved down to bass sax and jazz band, doing that, and then also transitioned to guitar during high school at that time. So, and then a little bit of music theory in college before joining the Navy.
All right. Nice. That means we're gonna hear some saxophone soon and some Cat songs, right?
That'd be cool. I gotta learn how to play it again.
We're going to get some ska metalcore going on here.
Ska metalcore.
Hey, killed. He's got a kid, man. He'd have it killed.
You
Just perfect.
you can't leave him hanging out like that. Everybody's got to wear a kilt to make him feel welcome.
There we go.
They might not want me to wear a kilt.
I know.
That's not a drummer. You don't see. Only thing you see is up here to here.
Oh God.
That's so funny. Awesome.
Yeah, you're in the Bible Belt. They might ban you.
For me, my mom, my dad he's a phenomenal guitar player.
Nice.
I grew up in a musical household. My mom and dad let me turn to 11 every time. Go to shows. My first show was Slayer, which was one of my biggest influences. But shout out to Living Sacrifice. If you like Slayer and you're into Christian music, Living Sacrifice, man, great substitute. But it just like my relationship with God, my music is expanding boundaries beyond what I thought would ever be. And it's how Casta C is. Unapologetic Christian metalcore.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love Living Sacrifice. They're one of my all-time top favorite shows. I just made a post about it and I wrote an article about it for Heaven's Metal. They were on tour. It was the Hammering Process with Stave Zaker and Project 86.
That tour,
man, that was such a phenomenal show, man. It was so good.
Yeah, that was peak to me. That was peak Living Sacrifice for sure. And they were
and they had a percussion.
Yeah, Matt was doing percussion for them.
Yeah, Matt on percussion was amazing. Like the one thing that everybody remembers though from that tour is he had the drummer. It was pitch dark, and he had that flash paper that he lit on fire right before he broke into the first. It was so good, man.
He had that mask. I think he was wearing a mask.
Man, wow, that's like I got you again, Jay. I got you again. The Agony Scene.
I think I saw them. I think I saw Living Sacrifice like maybe 5 or 6 times during that period of time.
Wow. I only got to see him that once, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing. I saw
You're closer to him though.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I know I saw them at Cornerstone. They came to Louisville for sure, and yeah, saw them a couple times at just different places. Such a beautiful time, man. But that's
awesome.
great. I'm glad Living Sacrifice is getting some love.
Yeah, for sure, man. That was awesome.
Hey, that's another 20-year-old, 20-year-old album. Cameron Cross.
I mean,
we
you
bury our dead at dawn with this living Aggie scene.
Yeah, I mean, this music's been around a lot longer than some people realize. This year celebrates Stryper's 40th anniversary, too, so that's pretty awesome. And Heaven's Metal Magazine and Sanctuary International with Pastor Bob. All of those have been around 40 years this year.
Wow.
I don't feel like it, does it?
I know, right? So tell us, where does Cast to Sea hail from, and what does the name mean?
We're from Whiteville, North Carolina. About 40 minutes to an hour from Wilmington, Myrtle Beach, Fayetteville. So we're in a good location, really. The Cast to Sea, we were both in the Navy, so we wanted to go something nautical. And
we tied in the story of Jonah.
Okay.
Like it kind of boils down to like this is us.
Right.
This is us raw. This is us showing people what it takes, what we've been through, and show even though we kind of walked off, now we can step in. And Cast to Sea just shows that we were always intended for music, and we had to go on a journey to understand where we're at now.
yeah, we got like a comic book type story pinned on our Facebook page, and it's kind of just a metaphor for our life. We went away, we went to the Navy, we got sucked to the sea by a storm, damned to Davy Jones, and then
Yes.
this captain came along, Jesus was the Savior, brought us aboard his vessel, and now we're playing metal for him. So I mean, that's kind of how we're doing it. Kind of using the whole sea thing and nautical stuff as a metaphor, and adding stuff in from the Bible. Kind of like our first song, "Curse of the Essex."
It's a story.
It's a story. It's pretty much the story of Jonah getting tossed into the ocean, going through storms. The name came from a ship called the Essex from Maine that carried a lot of baggage, and it was said to have been the inspiration for the book Moby Dick. So
That's awesome, man. I love that story and everything behind it. And thank you for your service in the Navy. That's awesome. Yeah, we just interviewed a band called Rusty Ship, and they call their music nautical rock. So
Awesome.
hey, maybe we could do a show together. That'd be great.
hey, man, that would be awesome. They're actually from they were from Tennessee, right? So they're not too far from you. I think they live in Nashville, I believe.
Oh, that'd be a fun place.
Maybe we have to meet in the middle and do
Yeah.
like Asheville and Pigeon Forge and
Hartsville.
stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah, man.
Trying to think if there's any aquariums anywhere near there. Like any.
Yeah, with the band, man, so me and him were in college. Actually, the funny thing is, he was from a rival school that I was from, So we battled each other in marching band, jazz band. We've always had like this competition factor. And we got into college. I was sitting there and I was like, man, I'm not going to sit here and be told what my boundaries are. I said, look at Hendrix. Look at, Hendrix is an inspiration, but is a music theorist's worst nightmare. And I looked at him and I said, man, come with me. So I drug him down to Wilmington and we signed our life away to the Navy at a Hooters. And they didn't even eat wings. He just brought us in there and then he didn't even pay for nothing. And we're like, all right.
It's a bad influence.
Yeah. But hey, look. What made him grow this beard was being in the Navy. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Okay, so who does what in the band?
He's
I do vocals and guitar.
I'm the drummer, beat maker, producer, and editor of music sounds.
Okay.
Basically, I make all stuff inside the tracks other than the guitar and the bass. And then David's the bass player.
Right.
And so David makes all the money, right? Because the bass player, that's where it's at.
I'm guessing so. I mean,
Yeah, unfortunately, he had to work.
Yeah.
That's a long time inside joke.
Right.
Making money in music, and then the bass player makes more than anybody else, right?
Right.
So how long have y'all officially been formed as a band now?
Well, we started the other project last March.
Cast to Sea's been official for
Since July.
since July, so about a year now.
Nice.
Absolutely. Super cool.
Started jamming back together a year and a half. Cast to Sea came about a year ago and put our first single out in December, but then took it off. And there's a hidden Easter egg there. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So you all are very much decidedly, you say you're decidedly Christian and decidedly metalcore, of course. So, what led to these decisions to do both of those?
I would say, where Cast to Sea originally was going to go, and we had a different name, and we were going to be the Christian Archspire.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we could play all this stuff. But when it came to playing it live, it was really hard to find these certain type of musicians.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And the vocalist. We had the hardest time finding the vocalist.
But
We'll
what
get to that in a minute.
happened, and this is a subject I was really thinking about. Should I bring up? But Tim LaVice, man, we don't know exactly what he's gone through, but mental health awareness, it caused him really to kill his band. I mean, his band ended up folding, and I looked at him. I said, "Now it's time for another band to take the torch." And I said, "Why not us?
Yeah.
And why not do it justice and actually, it's got to be done right." And now that we put, God first, it's clicking in a way it's never clicked before. So that caused us to think, we'd be more acceptable with metalcore. We're still going to probably scare some people, but metalcore it's
More approachable.
More accessible for sure.
So would you say you literally feel like you're carrying the torch of where As I Lay Dying left off, and if somebody's a fan of that would be a good vein for them to check you out?
Yeah. I mean, we're very similar, but we're a little heavier. We're playing on seven. We got 7 strings, we got 8 strings, we got 5-string bass. We're pushing boundaries where most people are doing gent and this newer style metal and technical, and we there's some things we do to a click, but for the most part, this is raw. This is us. This is when we write. This is us actually. The energy. And the Holy Spirit behind it, you can feel it in the room. I mean, just talking about it, my hair and my arms are just sticking. It's just like, and that's what led me to do 333, because we needed a band to open. So we got the Great Metal Swamp Revival Band 333. Shout out to Vinny and Don, because 333 was their saying, half evil, half good. Well, I've done my half evil. Now it's time to do my half good.
There we go.
All right. You can't just leave us hanging with that. You gotta give us what is more detail. What is swamp metal?
It's that Southern fried gospel,
Okay, we're talking like Maylin and the Sons of Disaster here.
If you like Corrosion of Conformity, Down, and Weed Eater,
okay,
and we're right up your tee. And I this was a venture. I wanted to do my own stuff alongside with him, and I told him, I was like, I'm gonna do it. He said, you need to. So I got a local friend, AJ Worley. He's over this movement called Skate for White Boy. He's been trying to get a skate park here. He's an awesome drummer, also a Christian fella. So we're pushing envelopes with that too. But we're taking no's not going to be answered. We're going to have Cast to Sea and 333 invade and spread the word.
That's awesome.
Love it. Yeah, cool. So next question will be, who are your biggest like influences on your instruments?
All right. For guitar, it started out with like Led Zeppelin and Aerosmith, AC/DC, you know that, and then as it progressed, I got into like Ozzy. I found Ozzy, Randy Rhoads. Love that dude's playing, and then
Oh yeah.
I stumbled across System of a Down, and then Shadows following. Those kept getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah.
And Children of Bodom, Alexi Leho's playing is incredible.
Oh yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and for vocals, I I'd never considered myself a singer until we needed vocals, and we just couldn't find nobody to kind of fit the bill. Nobody really wanted to step up to the plate. So just one day, out of the blue, I was like, I felt led, like I need to be the one doing the vocals. That's why we ain't found nobody. So up till I tracked the single for Curse of Essex, I've only been doing metal vocals for 3 months. So that was
Wow.
a really big learning curve on that I think was nothing but the Lord's help getting that.
You know, we we bounced the idea about me because I mean I've done vocals for what 20 odd plus years. I've done it for bands. I can do vocals. I can do drums. I can do bass. I can do all of it. But like we were trying to find a drummer to match my energy, and I was going to play guitar with him.
That didn't feel
Well,
right.
and then, yeah, it just didn't click. And then, you know, like, if you hear the drumming, and this thing is, the two singles out, that's not the heaviest we got.
Nice.
That's just a lighter. You know, we get heavier as it goes.
Okay.
And that right there, I told him, I said, I had to start doing breathing techniques to get, you know, to keep, instead of having a click, I would use my breathing. And I was like, there's no way I could do vocals and do that. So when he did that, man, he came in and he started doing it. It's like, all right. You know, it blends. You can understand what he's saying. I was like, that's the biggest thing. If people scream and can't understand you, that's a red flag usually. But Randy Blythe does it beautifully. Randy, you know, you can hear him scream.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, he does actually. Yeah.
One of my biggest influences on vocals is Matt Hafey of Trivium.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Trivium.
Yeah, he's one of my biggest influences on vocals because he plays guitar too. And again, Alexi Leho, you know, I was like, if they can do it, that's so awesome. I should be able to do it too. And I just put in the work.
Man, you know, I absolutely love the like all the bands that we've been talking about for sure. Like I definitely have a Children of Bodom CD like right to my left, Blood Drum.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But also, yeah, exactly. But you know, Trivium, that's such a great band that doesn't get enough love, about sure. But I mean, that whole, I guess they called it the new wave of American heavy metal that came out. You know, of course, Lamb of God, you know, Trivium, and Metal's Fall, God Forbid. You know, that was a great band. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah,
Logic.
I think that era, I guess with all the interviews we've done, that era isn't talked about as much. Of course, people know Living Sacrifice, and they were out then doing their thing. Well, they
about East West?
But you know, they were
West. East West is another band. Band. It's like Korn came out, East West came out, and I saw them at a festival, and I was like, I thought it was Korn with a low bass and all that. East West is another band. Like, wow. So you got your vocals.
Yeah.
So Matt I didn't think about that. Matt Heffy, yeah, man. Like
he's really good.
I love watching his Twitch, man. He plays all these crazy Asian instruments now. And,
oh wow,
and awesome.
I have to check that out for sure.
Nice.
For me, drummers. First, I had to say, like seeing Slayer. I've always been Dave Lombardo. He kind of like rewrote double bass playing.
Absolutely.
Then as time went on, I was like, I really love Vinnie Paul, and tied that in. And when Lamb of God was Burn the Priest, I was like, oh man. Then Lamb of God came with that first album, had Black Label on it, you know, all that. And gosh knows, like, man, that right there, I was like, I want to tie all of these in together. and I've had a lot of tries with it, and I didn't get the results I wanted. But with Cast to Sea, I'm able to throw all my styles I wanted to do and collectively do it. And Sleep Token's drummer really opened my eyes because he took his metal and put the gospel kind of in timing in it. So that kind of gave me an idea with us. I was like, well, maybe I can crossbreed the drumming. So, and it's not stagnant. It's not the same thing. Like, we've said before, it's like a lot of music sounds the same.
Mm-hmm.
There's no identity to it. It's just
right
here, some music, listen.
That's awesome, man. So I want to know a little bit more about a couple of your songs, The Coping Apparatus and Curse the Exit. So you got these two songs out. I see they're getting a lot of play, on Spotify and YouTube and all. So tell us kind of how those songs came about and what they're about.
You want to do Essex and I'll do Coping?
Yeah, I'll go over Essex. Kind of again, like I said, the lyrically, what I'm trying to do with lyrics is find a nautical story that's kind of common known, or maybe even not common known, and find a message from the Bible that would fit that along with that story. So the Essex was a ship from Bath, Maine, that inspired the book Moby Dick, and it was a whaling ship, and supposedly it did get ran by a whale, and they had to abandon ship, and they were in little rowboats trying to get back to land, and a lot of them had to turn to cannibalism to survive. What few of them did, So that was kind of like the curse of the sea. If you get stranded out there, you either die or turn to cannibalism to survive. A lot of times, and it's just one of the lyrics of the song. The depths of despair. My past being erased because Jesus erases you past, once you are saved. So, and it also brings in the story of Jonah. Because getting storm tossed on a ship, and the crew throws you overboard because they think you're the curse of the ship, so they throw you overboard.
Wow, that's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I'm trying to do that, trying to keep it interesting and not be the same like everybody else,
Right.
And we're trying to be distinct. We don't want to be pirates.
Yeah, we don't want to be labeled pirates.
And we don't want to be labeled pirates. But we want to have, the sea folk lore is what we're aiming for. So we want to be able to tie in. So you never know, maybe the next EP might be something more focused on a different sound.
For instance, one of the songs we don't have out yet, but it's called City of the Sea.
Okay.
I've learned a story about down around Jamaica. There was a big pirate hub down there back in the day that literally got consumed by the sea. And it was Port Royal, actually. It was really bad, all kinds of bad stuff going on. And there was like an earthquake or something that literally took that part of the island away into the sea. And I was like, well, that's cool. And then I found in the Bible, Ezekiel chapter 27, talking about there was a city, I can't remember the name of it, I'll look it up in a second. But, I kind of tied that in with that pirate, Port Royal, and that was kind of where the lyrics for that song come from.
Instead of just random, just raw lyrics, we wanted, that was an agreement from the beginning. We wanted to really put forth an effort, and every song that you hear is going to have the message in it. It's going to lead you to the light.
Okay.
And that's what the goal was. And with Coping Apparatus, now I'm going to tell you, the original Coping Apparatus was way heavier.
Oh, wow.
But way heavier. Instead of it having just a little run of the double bass there, the whole double, I triggered everything he did. And it was amazing. But we realized that we had so many songs that punched and packed a really big punch, that it felt better we needed to have an instrumental track that could be played on radio and it wouldn't be too much. And bottom line, the Coping Apparatus is Jesus. That's what that title is about.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
And then kind of like with like you hear the heavy riffs, and then you hear like the little lead parts coming in. I just imagine like the heavy riffs is like the trials we're going through, and then the call and response from the melody is like Jesus saying, "It's all right, just continue to follow me."
Yeah, that's good.
You were asking about the message. So it's in Matthew chapter 7.
Okay.
The message is, we took this to the literal max. When he says, "I will make you fishers of men," that's what Castasea is. That's what it is in a short and sweet version.
Okay.
That's it. We're not built for pulpits. We're not. And I'm not built for touring, like touring. But I want to bring life to this community even more than it has. So that's the goal. We have families, so we can't go on the road all the time. So
Right.
we're going to make it where people come see us here.
Okay, that's good. That's really cool.
That's awesome. If you ever did decide to be a Christian, ska pirate metalcore band, you would be the best in the genre.
Yeah. I play
Yes,
the bagpipe.
Okay.
I play the bagpipe. I can do that.
So this thing we call Curse of the Essex. What is the Essex and all that stuff?
The Essex. What is that?
Oh, the Curse of the Essex. It was a whaling ship
Okay.
that inspired the.
That's the one that inspired Moby Dick. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, okay. I was trying to remember just what the actual Essex is. So that's cool. So it's cursed.
Now, we have one song that's going to come out. It's going to be our heaviest one off the EP, and it's called Oceanic Abyss, and it's about Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah.
And it's if you like Fit for Autopsy and stuff like that, and it's just like very black metal, thrashy sounding, that's going to be your tune.
A lot of blast.
That will be released in the EP. We're not going to. We didn't release that as a single because, and that's probably one of our favorite ones to play because it's heavy.
And how we're looking at linking the lyrics. Oh, we ain't quite got the lyrics for that one yet, but it's going to be about Davy Jones when the Bible said the devil, the adversary, walks around with a roaring lion, thinking he can destroy.
Right.
We're going to tie that into that song.
Okay.
But I thought we should mention it because if everybady's like, "Oh, that's not Christian metalcore," I'll just stay tuned. We got a lot more on this EP.
Nice.
Baby steps.
When can we expect the EP to be done? Are you all just kind of taking your time?
Well, we're really just doing last minute tracking with the bass.
Okay.
But
should be out before the end of the year.
Yeah, I got the newborn coming, so I'm hopefully to have all the music finalized, and I'll be mixing and mastering. Pretty much, I've been doing that as we go. That's been a new method I've had. So as we're doing these songs, I'm like mixing and mastering as we go. But I'd say by the end of the year, if with everything going on, we should have it.
That's awesome. So I got to ask about this logo. So you're a metalcore band, and your logo looks like deathcore. So how did that come about?
Well, so we wanted to keep the image that we had, the tech metal image, because we just love the artwork. Archfire's artwork is amazing, and we were trying to do lower artists that don't get a lot of recognition, and we got Anglia. He's from Cambodia, and he drew that himself.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Man, this is cool as crap, Yeah. And, then the ship was drawn by Noah Ark. He's on Facebook. We did artists that weren't getting a lot of heat, and we helped them out. And we're still waiting on sending them some stuff.
I guess honestly, for the sake of labels, we just decided metalcore. But there are no boundaries. Well, I put it in a box.
I like that.
We're just Christian metal.
When we did the metalcore, because
it's like you can't put Jesus in a box. He's everywhere. So why not just?
Hello.
So if you say what we are, unapologetic Christian metal.
Yeah.
With that, because I mean, we might end up doing a tech song the next EP just because it's fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Well, I'm trying to think. Well, first of all, we're looking forward to whatever comes out. The 2 singles that are out are great. I'm very much excited that some of the newer songs are going an even heavier direction. Never can have enough heavy music to listen to.
Jay says the heavier the better.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I can't listen to the hammering process like all my life, like 24/7. I gotta have like
Yeah. Oh, you need some old school living sacrifice. That's what you're saying.
right there we go. Inhabit, like, no, non-existent. Like where you can't even understand the lyrics at all. Like we don't want to understand anything. No. Like what's that? No, I love that album. Honestly, I love it.
We're gonna have AJ from 333. We're gonna let him do vocals, and he's like Weed Eater type vocals, like real high, and so that's gonna be something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Weed Eater is such an amazing name too. I love it.
Right? Yeah.
And then I close out the EP with our chant style, Partway Drive style chant song. Will be the last song called Anchors.
And that's about breaking free, and we start the CD off a little rough, and then at the end the message is we're breaking free. And when I wrote the guitar part originally, the riff, I told him I hear it in my head. I can see the crowd. I want to get crowd participation. Being someone that's played a lot of shows, that having that connection and having your fans doing it with you is awesome. And someone's talking about praise and worship at church. No, that right there,
Yeah,
that's what I call church, man. Playing heavy music and having a crowd doing it with you, and you're praising God together. That's awesome.
That's kind of cool. I think when you said that, it just reminded me just of like traditional Pentecostal worship. I would almost wager that that's kind of where mosh pit started, like in modern culture.
Yeah.
Hey, watch out now.
Yeah, and it's funny that the church, like, sometimes so many people in church, traditional church or whatever, they kind of frown on that. But I guess back in the day, like when rock even started, it was like Pentecostals that started rocking.
It's crazy though is so the church that I go to that is letting us do this event for free. They're doing the hamburgers, hot dogs, they're free food,
That's
free
beautiful.
entertainment. And here's what's going to floor you: it's a country Methodist church.
Wow.
You know why? The thing is, back in December, I had a divine revelation from God. And he'll tell you, like, things started happening, like, he couldn't explain. And I started diving in, and we thought the calling was for me to be in a pulpit. And then I realized, nah, and that's the music. It really clicked. Then I realized, okay, this is what I got to do. No matter what's thrown at me, this is what I'm built for. And we'll tell you, ever since then, I got the job at the radio station. I'm 103.9 FM WTXY. I'm the host for Monday Metal Night, Cobra Kelly.
Sure.
I walked in there Friday morning, brought flyers. They're like, oh, wow, Christian metal? Started talking, they offered me a job. I've been on air this whole weekend, got my metal show.
That's
And I
amazing.
told him, like, that's what God is doing things with us, and this is just a start. We're not going to stop until we're not breathing anymore. That's the plan. Or until if you I don't want to get into the tribulation thing because that's a whole.
Right.
If he comes back and we go up, or we quit breathing. But the goal is cast the seeds here to stay, and we're just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I love that. Well, I'll tell you what.
But shout out to Bethel Methodist though. That's what's so awesome.
That is,
You know?
I love that, man. I hope that more churches can, like some churches have done it. I mean, I'm doing a show like in a week that everybody else in the show was like gospel artists, like like just straight up a lot of singing, and I'm gonna come in there screaming along. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Well, it's like I told him the plan is this show is gonna light a fire.
Yeah.
And Caster C will do the revival tour and play local church rec buildings.
I love it.
And not charge a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not charge a thing because that's what our goal is. We would like for this to be what we provide for our family.
Kind of with the church thing, kind of like bridge the gap for people who never even would consider stepping foot in the church. Maybe.
Jesus was friends with the people that we kind of been taught not to be.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird. So like me, I'm bringing everybody out. We all can come together.
Right.
And that's the thing. And both of us being ex-military, we're hard driven, man. We're definitely hard driven, hard headed and hard driven.
That's awesome, man. Are y'all connected with any other Christian metal or hard rock bands in the area or in North Carolina?
333.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's literally connected. I mean,
yeah.
Not anyone that's established. I mean, we really don't know anybody.
Yeah,
else.
there's some.
Like I said before, this is predominantly a country music heavy area around here.
Yeah, I get that. So we're going to be interviewing a hardcore band called No Treaty. Y'all really need to look those guys up and see if you can get some shows with them.
Yes.
They're mainly based out of North Carolina. I think the singer might be in another state, but they're really good.
They really.
And then
are.
also Irie. Have you heard of Irie? IRAE, I believe. We're going to be interviewing, and they're really good. So there's definitely some in the state that y'all could get connected to, and we can make some stuff happen for you, man.
Yeah, that'll be.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. Hey, when you interview them, tell them Cassius C says.
Yeah, absolutely. Heck yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you connected to them. So here's a question: what we're going to try to? I know this might be hard, but think maybe 5 years, 10 years at the most. What's a one or two or maybe three newer bands within the last 5 years or so that you really like?
Well,
I knew that was going to be a hard question.
All right, now, and here's the thing. I do listen to everything. I mean, I'm a musician. I'm a lover of music. So there's a lot of, bands that are going to be not Christian. One of them.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no
one band that really, and they made a comeback. This album this year, really, they've been on hiatus. I saw them in the 5-year range, and they're really good live, but the music just weren't right. But Whitechapel put that new album out, and I'm like, yo, Phil's back, boy. Phil's back.
Okay.
So I have to say Whitechapel they've gotten back into something. Now if we could just get Die Honors Murder to get that spark back, we would be in business.
God. That's Joe. I love that you all I've already said I love that you're mentioning so many like cool bands. Yes, Whitechapel, man. They were.
Then I got if I can pronounce it right, Phineas.
Yes.
Yeah, Phineas.
Oh yeah.
They're
Great
awesome.
Christian band.
Golly. They kind of remind me of the Crimson Armada.
Yeah,
They kind of remind me of
Crimson
Crimson
Armada.
Armada.
Yeah, Revelations. Yes. Another band for me, it's another band that went on hiatus. Volumes, man. That single they put out, yo, woo! So, I'm saying like bands that kind of like lost their luster.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, hey, hold my beer, I got you. So like, then both of us, Archspire has been. Dean Lamb, if he watches this, I'm buying his guitar. I probably won't even play it. He's got a new guitar line coming out. I'm probably not even play it because it's Dean Lamb.
Wow.
Love Dean Lamb. Archfire has.
Those guys are incredible.
They push us to try to get even more technical.
Nice.
Autopsy definitely is another band that has really started picking our brain. A phenomenal band.
Yes.
and what do you say? But yeah, I got my last one. My last one is, gosh, it really hits home.
Yeah.
The Currents. Seen them.
Currents.
I've seen Currents.
Okay.
Live with August Burns Red. Amazing. Then they played multiple times on the Lamb of God cruise. So I got to hang out with them a lot. And like every time they played, they got better and better. That right there, to me, that band right there, and talking with them boys and knowing who they are, they're in the same light as we are. And these guys are killing it, man. Like, they're phenomenal live. Their music's tight. Now, I don't think they air out that they're Christian. But
they're in that market. They're kind of in that market though. People know.
But Currents, man, if you haven't checked them out, they're good dudes, phenomenal, good tunes. That would be my
They're really good.
that would be my like top 5.
That's awesome, man.
And then what about what's the band you've been sharing a crap ton of? Beyond Creation.
Oh yeah.
Beyond Creation.
I don't know. You know them, Jay?
No, I haven't heard of them. How about that?
They're not really Christian nor newer, but I've
They-
been listening to them a lot.
Yeah, they're older. They're kind of like Beyond Creation kind of inspired a lot of our guitar ideas and the EP. They're older, but like they're a sleeping on band.
Okay. So very different than like Sleep Token or something like that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Bunch of Sleep Token some do too. Like I mean, we listen to the stuff, and it's just like the writing is what it's like. Man, we got to kind of think like that, like right out the box. Now, I mean, there's a debate with all that. Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the R&B. Never really have been, but
he does. I mean, they do some justice with
the
it.
way they write with it is amazing.
For sure. Jay, what else you got?
Well, you know, my one of my favorite questions to ask is about your favorite thing about being a Christian. So, what is your favorite thing about being a Christian?
It's an ongoing experience, and it's a journey that I think we never achieve. It's just something that you have to strive for, and I like the fact that as long as I'm doing what He needs me to do, nothing else matters. It's all white noise.
I like that I've never been without. I've always had exactly what I needed. Even if I drift away, it's always welcoming back. And when you come back, it seems even sweeter
It's
than
like
before.
it's like tenfold.
That's really good, man. Love that.
Love it.
So, what can the Christian metal community do to help support Cast to Sea?
Well, I mean,
Like our bass player said, David, he couldn't be here today, but just share our music. Word of mouth helps spread.
Right.
well,
Listen and share music.
you know what? I know what we need to do. All right, so for the anchors will be our music video.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And my goal is, I was gonna make it zombie-ish, but we'll call them demons. So in August, I would like to have at least anywhere from 200 to as many more people as I can get, and I want to include them in our music video.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
But here's the thing: it's not, we're not going to pay nobody or anything to do it. It's just, I want everyone around us, if they want to come down, and what we're going to have is, I got a lot of woods around, and we're going to video them coming out in the woods. We're going to have a stage set up, and they're going to attack us. But then you're going to see a light, and you're going to see us come out playing, and
Yeah.
it's going to be a message about fighting and breaking free from the chains. But we need as many people in the music video. So the more the merrier. I told him 1,000 people, but our town maybe has 7, and probably like maybe 100 of them are true metalheads. So
Yeah.
I'm taking anybody who wants to message us on Cast to Sea on Facebook, and we're gonna make it happen, man.
Well, man,
If you got-
I might even make the trip for some of that North Carolina barbecue. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
We'll take Jimmy going up there, Doc.
Hey, the East Coast barbecue is the best.
Yeah.
I'm from here, and I can't say that because I've had Texas, I've had Kansas City, I've had Nashville, but I will say there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's as far as you're gonna.
Dang,
Oh,
Fair
man.
enough.
Yeah, that's
it's
awesome.
trigger based, and we love Texas Pete down here in the South.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
yeah,
I would love to help you in support for the video if it were to work out. You know,
yeah.
I do have a famous 1 second famous spot in a music video from like
Nice.
15 years ago. Literally 1 second. That's my claim to fame.
That is so funny. I don't think, as far as music videos for me, I think most of the music videos I've been in have been secular music videos. So I gotta up my my Christian content.
Also, another thing to shout out, me and my dad put a EP out. It's alternative metal punk. We call it genre.
Okay, cool.
Megan, check us out. It's me and my dad. We recorded it. I always make a shout out because we've been around since 2018. If you like the old school punk with a little bit of kick to it, check that out.
Nice.
And we're both Christians as well.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
You know, I've been invading the scene for a while, but I got this guy now. He looks mean. Maybe we can get that.
He looks me. That's awesome. Well, thanks, man. This has been great. I appreciate your time.
Yes, God
Hey, we
bless you.
appreciate y'all. We really do.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Man, God bless y'all for sure.